Hey everybody, welcome to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast with Keith and Jordan, or Jordan and Keith. Now, this is a very special episode for us because this is going to be our first recorded episode. Also, coincidentally, our 200th episode. So, I imagine
200th, right?
Yeah, 200th. That's what I believe. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
To anyone who, for some reason, didn't hear the 200 prior episodes that weren't recorded or, broadcasted in any way, I'll go ahead and lay down what we're trying to do here. You see, we just like to talk about what's happening in the news, your entertainment-based things, and just kind of keep you informed because, one way to flunk out of college is not knowing what Kanye West is doing right now. So
No,
that's
you didn't.
what we're here for.
No, you didn't say that. Yeah.
Take your time, Keith. It'll be okay.
You got me good with that one, man. You did. So I did want to talk about, before we get to Kanye, and that's a goodie. We are going to get to Kanye. Well, I guess we should get to Kanye now, I suppose.
Either way, I think we can make it a weekly segment with the way things are doing.
So apparently he was on Ellen Degeneres yesterday, and he had a rant during the interview. I guess the first part of the interview went well, and then when they asked him about what Facebook,
I think it started with "How are you doing?" and then it exploded into an 8-minute.
And the whole Facebook Mark Zuckerberg thing, asking him for money, and that's when it just parlayed from there. Do you want to elaborate a little bit, Jordan?
I think it's beautiful. I love it. I think that you do have a special talent beyond music if you can connect 1,000 random things that don't have anything to do with themselves all together in 8 minutes, and also connect how you fit into those 1,000 things. It does take a talent. I eventually have to talk about someone else for a second, like what I'm doing with Kanye. I can't stretch it all about me at that point. So,
but he finds a way to make it all about him so easily. I mean, like, you're a great rapper, you're a great producer. I mean, I am a fan of your music, but you're not a civil rights activist or a human rights activist. You're a rapper, producer, and you're successful at that, and you are interested in fashion. But when you make statements on the Ellen Degeneres show saying that you have ideas that could sustain the human race for the next 100 years, I'm just like, what's wrong with this guy?
Well, I think my thing, what I like about Kanye
did he go to medical school? I didn't know about it. I mean, is he a scientist? Did I miss the memo?
He wouldn't be I wouldn't be as surprised now. But the thing that I really like about Kanye is you can say, do you like Kanye West? And you can say, do you like Beyonce? If you say, do you like Beyonce, the person's going to say, no, I don't like her music too much. Or, yeah, no, I love that song. You say, do you like Kanye West? It's the person or the music, because I really like, his music's great, but oh my God, the stuff he says.
I miss the old Kanye. That's off his new album, The Life of Pablo, actually. But,
which is also a good album. Yeah. It was a lot of weird, dumb things that happened surrounding the release of that album, with the SNL appearance, with, I don't know, most appearances, his Twitter, but it's still a good album, and I think that really goes to show you can like someone and also hate someone at the same time. You can really like his stuff, but it's still... Yes.
For the longest time, I wouldn't take him seriously. But now, what was so he, on his tirade, his rant on Ellen, he spoke about Payless, gym shoes? Payless shoes? What was that about, Joe?
Well, the whole thing was that he wanted to work with the president of Payless, and he was going to make a more affordable, cool clothing. So bullying will no longer be a thing. Because, bullying clothing, too.
Because if I got into a fight in elementary school or junior high, it was because of the clothes I was wearing. No.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case at all.
I had school uniforms, so I don't know how that appealed. Like, that didn't come to me at all. I still, it doesn't apply.
That's actually the best way, really, is school uniforms. Because they say that the students are less likely to be violent if they're all dressed the same.
That sounds like really 1984, but save it for Helen. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's 1984, but it works. Because the problem is people, especially in high school, they're trendy. It's about the gym shoes. It's about the $300 Jordans. And
so, are you taking Kanye's side right now? Did you just have a change of heart? It really sounded.
No. Well, see, I think
It's
too about
okay if
Kanye
you
West
do.
is that on Ellen Degeneres has like an amazing daytime talk show. It's probably the most successful daytime talk show in America at this point. I mean, she's a great host. She's fun. She's fun. And so it's like Kanye is controversial and he's, flamboyant and outspoken. He's like the guy you love to hate and he does the tirade. But part of me wonders if Ellen pushed the button on purpose to get him to do that. Because
I don't
of
think
course
it
that's going to be
takes
a high
button.
rating. I mean, but of course that's going to be her highest rating show of the week. You know that, right?
Yeah, no. Of course, but I don't really think it takes a button for Kanye. I really don't. I think it's just it just happens organically, like putting paper next to a fire. You don't need to then proceed to say fire go. He just starts lighting up about a lot of crazy stuff.
That's true.
But I mean, he was talking about how just as important getting these cool clothes to end bullying is. It's up there with other things like hunger and
world peace.
A lot of things that you now think about it. Yeah, that's just as important as getting bullied as a kid. And I'm not trying to downplay bullying. Of course, it's a terrible thing, but don't compare the two. It's still a very good cause. You don't have to compare it to hunger. You don't have to compare it to serious problems. And just quit being Kanye for 5 seconds, because I really like your music, man. I really do.
I know. I agree. So, but some more news in entertainment. Daniel Craig, who's our recent James Bond, as of yesterday has stated that he no longer wants to be James Bond. He has done 4 films, and he was actually offered $100 million to do 2 more. And he's like, no. So it's bad when you're turning down $100 million to do 2 more movies. I don't understand why you would turn down $100 million to do 2 more movies that, in a role that's made you internationally famous.
But you say, what do you mean by it's bad? Because
I mean, you must really hate your job if you're turning down $100 million.
I think you just might not need any more money. See, I'm actually on Daniel Craig's side. I think we talked about this a while ago. I'm with him. I think I wouldn't have done it either. I don't need that extra $100 million. I just don't.
Look, man, it's like this. If I'm going to be known for one role throughout my life, and as long as it's not a role that has compromised my integrity, I'm going to go with it. And if you want to pay me $100 million to do it, that's fine. You can call me James Bond for the rest of my life. I'm all right with that. But you know what? Daniel Craig was, for a lot of people today, he's their favorite James Bond. And, well, he's not. I mean, he did a decent job, but I just wasn't really happy with the villains in the last few movies. So the new people they're looking at for the role of James Bond are Tom Hiddleston.
Hiddleston, yeah.
And he, if for those of you who don't know, you know him. He plays Loki in the Thor franchise, so he's a great actor. Damian Lewis, who was the main lead in the TV series Homefront on Showtime,
and Tom Hardy, right?
Yes, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, and
Tom Hardy's awesome. He's a great actor. He's the bad guy in Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. He just recently did, what is it? The Cray Brothers story. I forget what it's called. Where he
Cray Brothers, yeah.
Well, he played both of them, but it's called like Gangster or something. I forget what it's called. But he's also Bane, though, in the 3rd Batman movie with Christian Bale.
So it's gonna be a lot of cast. It's gonna be a lot of potential either way you go.
Yes, but my brother, you let me finish. The plot thickens. Aidan Turner, who played a character in the Hobbit trilogy, Wiki or Willie or something like that.
Willow?
No, that wasn't his name.
Okay.
But he's also known for the role I like him in was being human. I don't know if you know about that. The BBC original series, not the Sci-Fi Channel version.
Okay.
Where that's the TV show about what happens when a werewolf, vampire, and ghosts are roommates.
Yeah,
he was the vampire.
Which sounds very terrible premise-wise.
It was dope.
No need to justify it. Yeah,
it was amazing.
I think
you need to see that. But,
in Daniel Craig's defense, though, for it, I think that it was due to having knee pain. Right. That's how it started. It was chronic knee pain, and that he got from filming Spectre. So You can't really blame him if it's the last time he got an injury that could go on forever. Yeah, well, if you have enough money, eventually it comes to the pain. But
that's true. Well, but if it's a serious physical injury, I can respect that. Also, though, my pick for the new James Bond, and they say it's also allegedly the people's pick, Idris Elba. Idris Elba, yes. I would love to have him as James Bond. There was talk about that last year, so we'll see what happens.
I think Donald Glover, but we'll get back to that after the break. So you guys enjoy this fantastic commercial. We'll see you soon.
And we're back after that great break. Wanted to mention in news as well, entertainment news, John Barry just recently died. He's an original member of the Beastie Boys. Died at 52 of frontal lobe dementia. For those of you who didn't know, the Beastie Boys started off actually as a punk rock group. John Barry was a guitarist who also named the group. He's also on their original EP called the Pollywog EP. So rest in peace. And that's a really bad way to go. So the Beastie Boys had their own label for a while called Grand Royal Records, and they released an album called Same Old Stuff. Stuff wasn't the adjective they used, but that's what we'll use for the podcast. And it had all their old punk rock songs on there, so he was featured on that as well.
So yeah, he was really inspirational. I think I mean, who doesn't love the Beastie Boys? Don't answer that. You may not like the Beastie Boys, but I think it's still going to be a popular opinion. They were a fantastic band. They were a great group.
They had some great stuff. Yeah,
definitely inspiring.
And then the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Ad Rock, who replaced John Barry in the group, mentioned him in his thank you speech when they got inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I believe that was in 2012 or 13. It's the same year that Adam Yauch, MCA, died. So now 2 members of the Beastie Boys are gone. But Mike, Dean, and Ad Rock are still here. But rest in peace, Mr. Barry.
So soon, yeah. Rest in peace.
So that's not good entertainment news, but that definitely happened. More entertainment news for you, though. So, famous TV actress Madeline Stowe, who's known for playing the femme fatale in the TV show Revenge on ABC, she, according to some court documents recently, say that she got robbed at gunpoint. So basically what happened, Madeline Stowe was sleeping in bed with her husband Brian Binben upstairs in the Beverly Hills home, and
I think they were sleeping, and she was sleeping naked in her bed with her husband.
I don't know if there was upstairs or not.
The master bedroom.
Yes.
So when she went to check the noise, she was confronted by a man in her bathroom. And he pointed a handgun at her and was asking for all of her valuables. So.
Now, mind you, he robbed her, and at the gunpoint she was naked.
That's terrifying to me. That's the scariest thing I've ever heard.
Totally.
I didn't even think that was a possibility of something to be scared about.
I know.
But now that's in my mind, I'm adding it to my list of fears.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's something I can't get over. As soon as I heard about that, I was worried. That was my thing. I was worried. It's kind of like if you're being told, spiders coming out of a shower head. You don't think that's a scare. You don't consider it, but now it's there.
Yeah, that's a movie. That's not going to happen. But then
I don't think that's happened
to her.
I think that's very possible, as much as getting robbed naked gunpoint. Either way, it's a terrifying situation.
No, I agree with you. So apparently, when he put the gun to her neck, she had to go get some jewelry of hers to appease the robber.
It was worth $75,000.
Yeah, so that's pretty expensive stuff.
And they fled there. I think the robber's name was Walter Canizales, and he was later busted wearing a Spider-Man mask, doing another home invasion. Because, why stop there? You just got $75,000. That's not enough for a night.
I know, right? So this guy's real special prize, this guy. So.
Was he wearing a Spider-Man mask whenever he broke into her home, or was...
Well, according to the reports in the court documents, no. So, but the whole thing is just bizarre that it's a home invasion, you're in this woman's bathroom, and she's naked, and you're robbing her. Like you said, it's totally terrifying. So you're able to get away with that, but that wasn't enough for you, like you said. So the good thing, though, that's how he was thinking. Otherwise, they may not have caught him. So I'm glad they caught the guy.
So he was caught with a Spider-Man mask.
Yeah.
Please don't stop that. But he wasn't in the first one.
Not to my knowledge, not according to the reports, because I think they would have said that. Because I mean, as if the story's not strange enough in entertainment news. But yes,
the weird thing about that to me is how many masks do you have, and what? If you're already robbing people, do you think they're like, oh, that's the one with the Spider-Man mask? That's not our guy.
The lineup, I know.
I don't understand that, but okay, yeah. I'm crazy.
And so Madeline Stowe's husband is Brian Benben. That's who she's married to. He's well known for being on the TV series Private Practice. And his claim to fame is actually he did the original HBO TV series Dream On. That was like the first series I ever watched on HBO. That was one of their early special made series for their network. So he goes that far back. So I had no idea they were married to each other, but I'm glad she seems to be okay. Hate that happened to her, but it's just a crazy story, you know?
It's a crazy story. How many masks do you think that he would carry around?
When he's robbing people? I don't know.
I know I'm missing the point of this, but...
I know. I mean, when someone gets caught robbing, people, they don't usually have on a Spider-Man mask. So, yeah, I hear you.
No, that's not the story. Never mind. I think we won't hit the point I'm trying to...
Okay.
I just think... I guess the thought process I would have to imagine is, okay, it's going to be all right for me. I have a Spider-Man mask, and if they come looking for a guy wearing a Batman mask, I can just show them mine, and I will just get let go completely.
Well, that was not the case, my man.
Okay, so.
You're right, though. So in other news, Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. So you've been hearing recently that they've been going through some marital problems. Sharon Osbourne, reality TV star, superstar. She's also the TV journalist on The Talk, which is a great show that's on every day, Monday through Friday. Ozzy Osbourne, of course, rock and roll pioneer icon, founding member of Black Sabbath, and great solo career. So apparently they are splitting after 33 years of marriage. And so it's alleged that it's due to infidelity. Ozzy just made a statement recently stating that he has been sober for the past 3.5 years, because I guess apparently other people or other resources were stating that they believe that he had been falling off the wagon, but Ozzy states that that's not the case. So sorry that they're going through that. That's a lot to deal with. A 33-year marriage, that's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and I think we all grew up with Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne being, just in our lives together. So it's weird. I hear there's rumors on the infidelity, right? Yes.
A hairdresser and possibly some other people, but none of that has been confirmed as of yet, to my knowledge. And it might not be, because it's one thing for people to get divorced, but when you're a celebrity couple, for the whole world to know your business, that can't be easy. If you would have told me like 10 plus years ago that there would be a generation of people who know Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne from their family TV show versus, the founding member of Black Sabbath, who might be considered like the first heavy metal rock band.
Yeah.
Talk about how life can take a different course and just be weird and trippy. I
think if you're also the first heavy metal rock band, I think it's also a weird and trippy road either way. But
yeah, that later on you have your own family values TV show.
Yeah. Either here nor there, though. Proud that it has nothing to do with drugs. Go you. That's a real consolation prize.
Oh yeah. So, but we wish nothing but the best for the Osbournes. So,
yeah.
So yeah, that's the crazy story. But
And in other news, a little quick bit, the fact that they're coming out with a Fruit Ninja movie now. So move over Angry Birds and also the Tetris movie that's coming out. And I don't know, Pac-Man, there's so many movies coming out based on little small games
Fruit
like
Ninja,
that. So.
I might have to watch that. I mean, what's a Fruit Ninja?
You haven't played the app?
I've never played that app.
Oh, you just swipe fruit with your finger. That's it. And we're going to see about 2 hours based on that. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be compelling stuff.
All right. That'll work. All right. So we'll have some more after this break.
All right. See you guys soon. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. I hope that ad was good. It felt good. I had a lot of fun listening to it.
Me too.
So now we're back, and we were going to talk about... You take the reins here, Keith. I trust you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot, Jordan. So, I mean, where do we begin? So, Naomi Judd, Ray J, you'd say, what do they have in common? Well, apparently, there's a new TV show on Fox Network called My Cooking Rules.
My Kitchen Rules?
Excuse me, My Kitchen Rules. Thank you.
I get those two confused.
I know, right? My Kitchen Rules. And it's celebrity cook-off, basically. So it's got Naomi Judd, Ray J and Brandy, Lance Bass and his mom.
Lance Bass and his mom, Lawrence Bass.
I know, right? And who else is on that show?
Apparently, nobody that's in Naomi Judd's caliber of celebrity status,
which is
where the whole thing comes from, right? The big argument.
Yeah. So apparently, allegedly, she's not happy with the show. She stated allegedly that she was sold one bit of information on what the show was going to be, and when she got there, it's totally different. But to make matters even more interesting, apparently. During one of the filming sessions, Ray J states that Naomi Judd stated that she didn't like grits and that she thought it was slave food. So Ray J was apparently upset with that and stated that was very racist behavior. But now, as a response and a reply, the Naomi Judd camp is stating that that's not what was said, that she stated that her mother wouldn't let her eat grits because they were poor people's food. Well, I can honestly tell you, either way, it's not a good look.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I can believe the poor people thing because of the fact that, she's already said that she's too good for, Ray J and Lance Bass. It kind of fits the theme of what Naomi Judd's going for lately.
She allegedly said that. So.
All right, well, allegedly she was, it really fits, fits the peg. But I think that either way, I can believe slave food too because I don't know. It's
pretty bad. Yeah,
I don't want another cooking show host to be racist. I don't want this to happen.
Right?
Again. We were all burned so bad with Paula Deen. Let's just have a racist-free cooking show. That's all I'm looking for.
I know, but the crazy thing is now after all this stuff with Ray J and Naomi Judd, I kind of want to see the show.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. Of course,
Andrew Dice Clay's on the show as well.
Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah, thank you.
So the Dice Man cooking with his wife. Oh, come on. I mean, so
that's what sold it for you. That's what really got.
So the Dice Man and his wife, Ray J and Naomi Judd, they walk into a bar. Next thing I know, they're cooking a show. That's my poor attempt at humor. But
that was a joke.
Huh?
What the hell? Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah. No. It was
what?
It was a real high note in this show. Yeah. So apparently, Andrew Dice Clay, Lance Bass, everybody not really up to Naomi Judd's, caliber of celebrity. On that note, everyone knows who Naomi Judd is, right? Do we all know just as much as Lance Bass? It goes Naomi Judd, George Clooney, and I mean, it's all the A-list, right? And then she gets these terrible B-listers in. I mean, I hate the great Naomi Judd that this happened to her.
No, but George Clooney's not on the show, dude.
No, I'm talking about the caliber that Naomi Judd belongs to, right? It's George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio. I know there's a list somewhere.
I haven't seen that list. I missed the list and the memo on that. But so Lance Bass, though, is one of the singers from NSYNC from back in the day. So that's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
So I had no idea he had cooking skills. So, but now, like I said, I'm curious to see this show now with all this controversy.
No, it's going to be good. The more whatever hits the fan, right? That's
exactly,
what I get excited about.
Exactly. So, My Kitchen Rules on Fox? We'll have to look for that. So yeah, that's a trip. That whole thing with Grits are good food if you've never had any. I've had it for breakfast.
The Grits Cast. Coming soon to a podcast near you. So everybody get ready. You love grits. You love Naomi Judd. You hate one of those. Doesn't matter. Grits Cast. So what else do we have in other news, right? The Uma Thurman story.
Oh, please tell me. Uma.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is actually one of those other terrifying stories. But Uma Thurman, she auctioned off a kiss for, just anyone for a Victoria's Secret show package, and someone bid $196,000.
Just to kiss her?
Just to kiss her, yeah, $196,000.
Seriously?
How much would you pay to kiss Uma Thurman?
Don't
answer that.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer that.
We'll edit that out. Yeah,
I'm not going to answer that.
We'll edit that out.
But I will say though that Uma's cool.
Safe answer.
Yeah, Uma's very cool. Her name is Hindu for bestower of blessings.
I asked you how much you'd pay to kiss Uma Thurman, and you told me the meaning of her name. I think that's the safest possible answer we could have gotten out of that. We'll be okay. We're going to be okay. No complaint mail from that. Well, she was paid from an Italian entrepreneur, Lapo Elkin. I think that's how you say it, in American at least. That's how my pronunciation turned out.
That's how it's going to be for today. So.
Yeah.
that's how it's said now.
Yeah, that's the official name. He's going to have to change that. So he did kiss her, and apparently it was a little rough. He basically French kissed her entire face off, and she felt very violated at that point. I violated and said it was even non-consensual. But afterwards, grateful for the bid. She did some nice picture poses with him. Still, that sounds really horrible. And it's
I'm confused though. So you knew he was paying for the kiss. Now you didn't like the kiss, but then you said it was non-consensual.
I think you can still. I don't
understand that.
Well, he didn't pay the way I think he forced himself onto it. I think.
But she knew the kiss was coming.
Knew it was coming
because of the auction. I just want to make sure I'm understanding.
She's talking about the level of kiss. And if you can see the guy, it looks a bit greasy. He has a cigarette in his hand, holding the same hand he's holding her head with.
And for those who don't know, Uma Thurman is a great actress who did Henry and June. She's more well known for Pulp Fiction.
She was even A Million Ways to Die in the West,
Yeah, exactly. And even Cowgirls Get the Blues.
The less popular, yeah.
Yes. So she's been around for a while. So
fantastic, yeah. I don't think she deserved to get her face violated by an Italian entrepreneur.
Okay, but, I'm still kind of confused because it was auctioned off, so she knew the kiss was coming. It'd be different if it was an auction and it was supposed to be her autographing a picture, and then he just mauled her face, but...
I think the level of kiss. I mean, she didn't.
But there's no auction on the level of kiss.
And she's not saying she's pressing charges.
If there's a kiss list, okay, for this amount of money, you get this type of kiss. I mean, I don't.
Keith, quit defending the Italian entrepreneur, Lapo Elkin.
I'm just saying, man. If I'm auctioning off for a kiss, I don't want to be sensitive what kind of kiss I'm giving somebody.
Okay, and my thing is, you're signing off on a kiss. You didn't realize that a guy gripping a cigarette is gonna smash his face to yours. I mean,
there's no disclaimer saying men with cigars need not apply.
Okay, Keith. Yeah. Great stance.
Just saying.
Agree to disagree. Man. Yeah.
Just saying. Well, also in news, Star Trek's 50th anniversary, the EMP Museum in Seattle is celebrating that with the exhibition. That's starting this weekend, this Saturday. So we're excited about that. They're going to have different. They have a costume from each captain from each TV series of Star Trek, and they even have Benedict Cumberbatch's last Star Trek uniform he wore in the last movie that he was in.
Is Benedict Cumberbatch coming himself?
No, but his uniform is on display as well, and apparently the tribbles have escaped the display, and they're all out and about throughout the museum. So if you are a Trekkie,
that sounds fun.
Yeah, you'll have a good time. If you like science fiction in general, and Star Trek was a cultural phenomenon for its time when it came out in the late '60s.
So you're a Trekkie.
Oh, you know what? I'm not a Trekkie, but I like Star Trek. But I don't go to conventions, so I don't know I don't know how you, or maybe I am, and I'm just in denial. I don't know.
I don't think I'm too much of a Trekkie. I get the gist of it, though, right?
Right. So that's good, though, man.
With their lightsabers and their force and whatever.
That's Star Wars.
No, I'm just trying to make you mad. I was just kind of how much of a Trekkie you are, or just a Star Wars.
Two different things, man.
I know.
Gene Roddenberry was a genius.
Anything to get a rise out of you.
Apparently, Mr. You can auction off a kiss, but don't kiss me. I mean, what's up with you, dude?
I'm just saying. Don't maul somebody. I mean, of course, there's no rules by you. Technically,
I'm auctioning a lot of money. If I'm paying, how much was the auction?
It's a gentleman thing, I guess.
Well, I mean, of course, it's a gentleman.
It's
thing.
It's $196,000.
I mean, of course, you want to have some tact, but at the same time, she knew the kiss was coming. Just saying.
The picture, it looks more like someone got snapped from a nightclub.
The picture's hilarious. I hear you. The picture's great. We just can't show it. It's a podcast.
Yeah. We're gonna have to start a blog. Yeah,
I know, but yeah. But we wanted to say thank you for listening to the Golden State Media Concepts podcast for the entertainment. Our first, it's our 200th episode.
Yeah, 200th episode. Yeah,
okay, so that's where we are with this episode.
But of course, there's a big difference though because we're recording it. So just like the first season of Seinfeld, bear with us because episode 2 we're getting our footing right here.
Exactly. So, but we appreciate you tuning in, and you can check us out on GSMCpodcast.com. You can also check us out on Facebook.
And
iTunes.
Download us on iTunes, yeah. Yes. Download us on iTunes. So.
Exactly. So
we had a lot of fun making it. I hope you guys had a lot of fun listening.
Thanks again.
Till next time, to our 201st. You guys have a great day out there.
Jordan and Keith and Jordan signing out, and we'll see you somewhere out in space.